Hello everyone, Tango Del Flamingo here today, bringing you Wakfu, or Wakfu, whatever you want to call it. It's all about personal preference. And I'm here bringing you today my thoughts on Season 3. And kind of my future thoughts on what Season 4 is going to be. Now, I'm just going to address the good, the bad, and the future. The only thing I can say is that I like this series a lot. I mean, like, a lot. I love Wakfu. I love everything about this fan base, and I really hate that, like, barely anyone knows about it, and it kills me. But that's why I'm doing this. That's why I made this giant thing called YouTube. And also, it's also about anime, but, like, Wakfu is like, this is like a baby. It's like a baby. But, yeah, let's get to it. So, this season to me was the best season ever. In its entirety. Like, out of all 3 seasons, this had wonderful story. It answered a lot of questions. It brought up a lot of things from the other 2 seasons. Made me really question... It really made me question, like, our heroes, our protagonists, and I've never met an actual series that made me say, the villain's kind of right, guys. You did kind of mess up a lot trying to do the right thing. And, okay, so the good things about Season 3, No, I gotta rip the Band-Aid off. Let's talk about the bad things about Season 3. Things that I didn't like, things that I despised, things that I think could have gone better, and what I really didn't dislike. So that's the first thing that I did not like. I did not like how this was another thing that led to heliotropes at all. I didn't like that. Did not like it at all. I didn't like how this became another big... So, I know how this is. This is Yugo's story. And this is mainly about him. But let's think about, like... what, like... Each other arc had, like, the, first season was theoretically Amalia's season. Had Yugo and everything in it. But it was Amalia's season. Save the Sedita Kingdom. From Nox. We're good. Theoretically, Yugo already had his season in Season 2. Think about how much history we actually got about, you know, Gilby and, I don't know, the other council. I'm just saying, that was a big thing. That was, I think, all the Eliotrope stuff I needed. And then we go into the OVA arc, which kind of dealt with the whole group. That was, like, their whole, thing. But still kind of led back to the god dang Dofus. And Dofus. And Dofus. And Dofus. And Dofus. I'm going to go a whole video on, like, my thoughts on Dofus later on. But, oh my god. And then... we go on to Season 3. Which introduces, like, both the Dofus and the Ilia Cube. God, I did not want them to pop up again in this season. I didn't want them here. I didn't want the Ilia Cube. I did not want the Dofus there at all. Too many people have had that. Too much. Okay, for me, the Ilia Cube and the Dofus really, to me, feel like they're going to be recycled a lot. Well, this is just me, because I really don't think they're gone. Spoilers, by the way, for those who haven't seen it. If you haven't watched Season 3, go watch it. Go watch that right now. Go. It's a wonderful season. Wonderful. I'm just giving you right now the bad stuff that I personally did not like about Season 3. And trust me, there's a lot more good than bad watch it. Go pause the video. Go and watch it right now. Please. Well, let me continue. I didn't like the reintroduction of the Illicu and the Dofus. I didn't like how this was theoretically an Eliotrope story. Well, okay, so I'm not... So, before anyone kills me saying, it wasn't an Eliotrope story because the Elena were kidnapped. I'm like, okay, yes. So, originally in the season, it looked like it was going to be something involving Ellie. Like, this was going to be her shtick, her season, her whole thing, all together. But it ended... So, this big thing in the series where Yugo will be the one to take down the final boss, which is really kind of has to be, since he's like the main character. But if part of me really wanted it to be Ellie's time for this, and I guess she's young and everything, but I just feel like I wanted more. I wanted Ellie and Floppin more this season. And we don't really get that. We get more Ellie than we do Floppin, but I wanted it to build up their character more. Because we've already... Now, it's clear this was meant to close a lot of problems that our characters were facing. Very clear. But I still didn't like it. They could have been clarified or done something in the next season. I know the whole Adama and Yugo thing needed to be resolved. And from the Season 3 trailer, it needed to be resolved. That was a big thing that I probably was perfectly fine with, was that needing to be resolved. I'm also upset that we didn't get the... They're probably setting this up for later. There was a lot of setup, and I like some of the setup that they did, but they couldn't have done a little bit with the Sadida Kingdom. Look at what we saw, guys. Amalia's dad, sick and dying. And then we just... cut off from it, and I know that's their point to hype us up for season 4, but I just feel so irked. Like, there's a lot... Okay, so there was nothing... So each season of Wakfu could have ended the series on their own. The whole Gilby, the Nox thing, it could have been the singular series that Wakfu never got a second season. Just stayed there, and boom. Now, we all would have been like, well, we want another one. Yeah, I give it to you right now. But imagine if they didn't. You wouldn't have been upset. You would have said, friend, go watch this season. It's a good thing. Go watch it. Season 2, to me, not as good as season 1, because I liked Nox as a character. Well, as a villain in the series. But still, that could have ended right there, and none of us would have been mad. Because they ended it like a send-off. They ride off the way with Virus, and then you go jump directly into the manga. Yes, for those who do not know, there is a manga for this series. And it's wonderful because they introduce a whole new cast you have never seen ever. And most of it is brought up in most questions in the OVA series. No lie, it's insane. In the OVA arcs, they were amazing by themselves, like beautiful art and everything. But there's a lot of things, like season 3 really felt like, to me, that this was a setup season. Like, and I'm not saying I don't like the season. No, I clearly stated before, I love this season. This is my favorite season ever. But I gotta say that this season, which does a good job at it, but kind of also irks me, so I also put another thing I have a problem with, is that it was too much setup. Too much setup. Like, imagine if they didn't have enough to have a season 4. That would be insane. I would be mad. I'd be upset. I'd smack whoever said there shouldn't be another over. Or in the words of Dio, I'd be all like, Zowaldo, and then, like, freeze time and be all like, no. Give us a season 4. But, okay, so that's really all my... other irk I have. I didn't like what they did to Amalia and Yugo. You people know what I'm talking about. Those who don't, go watch it. You know what I'm talking about. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. And I really didn't like the way they did Orobo. Orobo, now before, I get attacked for this. Orobo is my favorite villain. Hands down. Best villain of Wakfu. Like the entire, this whole thing, if you think about it, he is literally the best villain. Best antagonist, let me say that. Best antagonist that we've had. And really the most, I would say, villain that I kind of understand. Like, I don't understand him as much as I did Nox, but I understand it to a degree. But he's like my favorite villain in Wakfu. No lie. And another thing is, big last giant irk. Last one entirely. We didn't see much of Toxin at all, guys. We didn't see any. We barely saw anything of Toxin. And the Panda Dude, the two people we see in the first 2 episodes, and they were tossed. The Panda Dude was tossed aside like fodder. Look at it, but he was in the first 2 episodes, and he was like beating up on Dahlia. No, fodder. Look at those we got. So, little chick, the one that had the animals. I'm sorry if I don't remember her name. Really, I am. Not fodder. But say there was an action. It's what we saw in that like 1 episode of her poking someone in the head and turning them into a tofu. No way they were about to win that fight by fighting. No way. I'm sorry. Dahlia went for the punch. He was like, nope. You go. She was all like, teleport. And she was like, nope. Like, no, fodder. We got more of her. A lot more of her in 1 episode than we did of Toxin and the Panda. Literally, I know I really thought they were fodder, but when you think about it, when we resaw Toxin, the Panda Dude shouldn't have been fodder. Toxin shouldn't have been fodder. They each should have had their own individual thing. But I get it. It was only 13 episodes, and they couldn't do all of it at once, but ugh. Upset. Especially my girl Toxin. Oh, she got kicked to the wayside. Well, let me point to how many times we see her. We see her episode 1. Episode 2. No, we see her doing things in episode 1. Now, no, we didn't really see her doing things. No, because the things don't really pop off to episode 2. So we didn't really see her do things to episode 2. And all we get is we see her do something with Evangeline flopping. Gets tossed to the wayside a lot of episodes. Then we skip in the same episode we see her in. She literally gets demolished. I know this is a lot, but there's a lot more things I can say about this episode. So before I start turning this into a rant video, let me go to the good things in this video. Because, God, there are a lot of good things. This season made me feel a bunch of emotions at once. I had good feelings, bad feelings, sad feelings, angry feelings, and oh my God. Like, okay, so let's kick this off with this whole series on how this thing affected me. When I saw that Ellie is learning how to be a guardian, Guardian Ellie, she's practicing with the sword, guys. The sword! She has Rubelax and she's like, wham! It's not working. And we see Dahlia actually being a father, helping her, that's like, you can't just be angry and give up. Just do this. Wham! And breaks it. And then we see Evangeline's pregnant, and don't even get me started on that wonderful little baby that they have. Greatness. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And then we get this wonderful scene and a real bonding moment with the Persidels is when they are just eating and we get to see them having family time. Now, Floppin's really the odd. You ever been that sibling that's like just the odd one out of the family but still talks to their mom? That's what it's like. So it's like Yop and Craw, and they're having their family moment. They really love each other. We get this wonderful scene in the first 2 episodes of how absolutely strong Dahlia is, even though this dude lost an arm. We see it even later on in the season. Oh, my boy gets his arm back, by the way. Spoilers, by the way, those who haven't watched it. Yet again, stop the video. Go watch season 3. Come back to video. And then watch the video. But yeah, we got a lot of things with Dally and Ellie and this whole thing. Like, Dally got a whole new arm. Dally's whole strife in this whole season is amazing. But I'm going to be dragging this on. Like, each individual things. Well, like, the first 7 episodes I make videos on. And then the other, like... by the way, I apologize. I have, like, 6 videos that I have not reviewed yet. On episode-wise. And I don't know if I will get to those. That's why I'm trying to do this one. God, I'm not going to go into another apology thing. Do my content. Because I'm not going to give another excuse. Go keep these videos. Keep rolling. But, yeah, so, with this whole season has a lot of, like, emotional ties that you have with this. This season makes you feel like, I was emotionally invested in this. Like, the stuff they did with Amalia and Hugo, their whole relationship gets all bungled up in this season. Like, by the end, I don't even know if they're gonna, like, people can say by the ending that they're at least gonna be, they're still gonna be friends, I can give you that, but I don't think, Ankama, and forgive me if I'm saying the company wrong, I say Ankama, but Sensei, they giveth and they taketh away. This relationship has been building for, like, the first 3 seasons. And then we see these people kiss. Oh, Amalia never put me through so many emotions, neither did Hugo. And the stuff when Amalia kisses her, oh, God. But season had a lot of good parts. Like, look, they had a lot of funny parts and happy parts, too. I mean, look, when Dally is, like, super happy to see his family, when they rescue them. Same thing for Ellie. It's great, but this season sometimes had me like, in some hearts, like when the baby's born, it does this, like it starts beating the shapeshifter dude's face in from the OVA series, and I think I'm just doing a lot of random points here, but you're getting it. Like, this season was amazing. Oropo, a godly-like villain, and people complained that they didn't like the way season 3 ended. Let me put it like this, guys. They weren't beating him. Think about what this dude had. He had the Elia cube. He had this. You see this? He had the Elia cube. The cube of Elio. And the Dofus in, magical powered dragon eggs that's like 10 times multiplying, one-shotting, like, he had all 6 Heliotrope Dofus, guys. Remember what Hugo did with those? Hugo, Oropo's, like, dad/past self did to Ogrest. Now, true, Ogrest had the primordial Dofus, which kind of I think was a cancel out, but still, they weren't beating this man. We saw the only reason he did not just wipe the floor with everyone because he's having those, like, flashbacks of, like, oh, my heart. They were trying to make this, I'll be honest, they're trying to making Oropo redeemable. He's not one of those villains you can just redeem. Nox, you could redeem. You especially redeem Nox with this season. No lie. Oh, and guys, the characters we see and the stories that close in this season. Oh my. So, let me get this straight, guys. We get to see the doll Sedita again. For those who don't know, if you haven't watched the Ogress thing, this doll was the reason Ogress did what he did. This was planned out. Dude, that means so many of the problems that happened was because of Oropo, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind when this dude was Hugo and was an Heliotrope, and it closed the plot threads of all those little Hugos we saw. They were like him, but not him. Oh, they hurt my brain. I'll be honest, I want to see more Heliotropes. No lie. Because that whole concept has me interested. Another big thing that I liked about this season. Another big, huge huge thing that I like. It's this big character development with everyone in the group. The main thing, like their whole like certain these things that get closed and answered in this season also help these characters grow. Like Rule, guys, Rule, my man, the bearded shovel wielding dude, who you guys remember in season 2 when he said he was married. I didn't think that. I thought that was just a sign off, but no, he was, and it closed, and he got even more development. I think he even learned that money isn't everything. Amalia got character development, surprisingly. And I think a big thing between Amalia and Yugo's character development is that they can't just fall in love automatically. Like this is about to be like one of those other ships, guys, where they just in love, dating, bam, like Dally and Evangeline. That thing was built season 1, season 2 they were dating because, you know, Dally took a cannon for them. All of them. And I already said he loved her. And she went back to that was cemented right there. One thing Yugo was right about was Amaya's like very old, gonna be older than him. He's gonna be mentally the same age, but body like the size of like this big. You can't tell because I'm sitting down. This is like, see this chair that I'm sitting in? About here. But oh god, we got so much character development, and the one thing I love that this season does, one thing I love is it addresses the problems that you could really apply to every other superhero or protagonist ever. When the hero does something they believe is right, they will not all the time answer for the consequences. And it's so weird. You could apply this to like Superman, Batman, any anime from the Natsu no Taizai to Bleach, my favorite anime series of all time, to Naruto, to so many other things. And it's, oh my god, it's amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Now my overarching thing about season 3, if I had to give this season a rating, it is a solid 9 out of 10. Really wonderful season. You have to see this. It's absolutely amazing. I don't care if you like... big thing this is what notes for the future is... So, one thing you're gonna get mad at, which I got mad at just a little bit, is the whole Adamai thing. That will kind of make you mad. The whole thing. If you watch Yo, you're already mad at Adamai to begin with. You're going to enter this thing mad at him, and you're probably going to end this thing still mad at him. I'm still mad at the dude. This dude went from cute, lovable, awesome Adamai to dick. The dick. And, I rate this thing 9 out of 10. Wonderful characterization. Makes you go through emotions. So many other... And good villain, good story, wonderful cast of characters, guys. Lady Echo. Shout out for Lady Echo. The real MVP. Just... like, guys, do you not remember what Lady Echo did this season? Oh, I used to hate her because I thought she was going to be a villain, but no. Oh, that one character will fill you through so many... in the feels, guys. In the feels. We all know. You all know. Beautiful cast of characters. Beautiful cast. Even though I still feel like some got the short end. Didn't like how they introduced that other chick with the heart right here. Very thing. Another big thing. Okay, so I'm going back to the thing that I didn't like. I'm sorry, but another thing I didn't like. I wanted them to stay in that tower. I didn't want Oropo to be the villain that he was. I still like him as a villain. I didn't want him to be Yugo. I wanted him to be a Zelor, I'll be honest. When I saw the trap and then I saw him and I was like, yep, Zelor, son of the god, right there. We theoretically about to get a Nox 2.0. But was disappointed. Still liked him. Still was disappointed. I really wanted them to stay in the tower. I really, if you see my other reviews, you know how I wanted this to go, or how I theorized it would go. I still have some mixed emotions about certain parts of this series, but still solid 9 out of 10. That's the only thing why it's a 9, not a 10 out of 10, because I have a lot of gripes, a lot of reasonings, and from the way they tried to do some things, I didn't really like. But, guys, let me tell you what I think Season 4 is about to be, guys. Like, guys, you know, will you remember how it ended? You know, okay, so how I think Season 4 is going to go is, it is clear as day that they are not going to trust Adamai. I really think they're going to have to really do some hard knock stuff to redeem him. A lot. And I think a lot of the cast of characters, since they're here, are going to get some closure with their parents. Like, all the demigods, even a lot of things are going to get closure with themselves. Like, I really think Yugo and Adamai are going to completely, like, have the relationship back, because I really think Yugo's going to meet his mom. And I'll be honest, I know that Yugo's mom is, like, the purest, like, the physical environment of Wakfu, and the dragon's, like, literally space, but, I really feel like that's how it's going to go. Like, they're going to meet their parents. Like, Amalia's going to get a gift from the, like, and what do you think about Season 4 with Amalia? Sorry, I'm dying here. But I really think that if you guys can track back to Season 1 with the doll, you know, the Tree of Life thing, that doll, I think the Sidita, the god, is going to give Amalia something, or a specially made doll that's going to be like the one from the Tree of Life, and she's going to be able to go into that, you know, awesome form, you know, we saw in Season 1. Like, I want that form back, guys. I want that form back. That was awesome. I'm not entirely sure how certain people are going to feel about when Dali shows up, because I think some of the gods are going to be like, oh, it's you. You have a new body. That's great. I'm going to see Gultard, and oh my god, Vlad. Yes, but, oh my god, yeah. Season 4, I think, is going to be a lot of closure. Like, this is going to close a lot of stories. I feel like, this is my personal opinion, this is my guessing, Season 4 is going to be the last season. We are not, I promise you, we are not getting a Season 5. We're going to get to prologues, but I do not think we're going to get a Season 5. There's a lot of lore in the Wakfu continuity, but they can't cover all that. If they want to, they can, but there could be like a lot of repetitiveness. Dofus, Ilikube, addressing that right now. I don't think they're gone. I refuse to believe that, you know, the Council of Six is gone. That Yugo, Chibi, Google Organ, and I have no way of coming back now. Like, they die. I have a feeling that's not the case. That's not the case at all. If anything, I think after the bomb went off, they went back to the pocket dimension. You know, where, you know, Balthazar and the other Heliotropes are. That's where I feel like they are. I do not think that they are gone. They actually should be back. Because they never said that when it exploded, the Dofus and the Heliotropes would be gone. Now, they said they were making a bomb. But I can tell that Orpo didn't think this would work. Gilby would have known this would have worked. But I don't think if anything, the closest thing I could say would be gone would be the Heliocube. I don't think the Dofus are gone. I don't. Because the only thing that can destroy a Dofu is another Dofu. So that's a big point, so I really think it's not gone. I don't think the eggs are gone. No. They're somewhere. And I think that's going to be involved in Season 4. We should get actually the wrap-up of, or at least begin the arc, a re-arc of Amalia and her kingdom. Because that was a big thing. Big thing. Another thing I want for happening in Season 4 is more world building. Like, I want us to go more into if you guys remember back in Season 1, the whole, the yacht place. I want to see that. I want to see the Zellor kingdom, god darn it. Please, I want to see a bunch of clocks. That's right, I wanted to see a bunch of clock people. There's a lot of things that I want to see in season 4 that probably won't go as I want them to, but I really feel like that's what it should go to. Because if Ankama keeps keeping up their working, they're like blowing this out the water. Real work. Real nice work. And who knows, season 4 might be better than season 3. Because in my ranking of how my seasons go, it goes 3, 1, 2. I'm going to tell you guys probably later why I didn't like season 2 that much. And it has nothing to do, like, I'm not saying that the season 2 is bad. Not at all. Not bad. Just nothing compared to 1 and 3. I'm sorry for those who are fans of season 2. I'm sorry for those who are fans of Gilby. I'm sorry, I couldn't get behind that train. Like, he was okay to me. He was okay. I understood his motives. Just never kind of stuck with me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come in a sigh. Sorry. But, yeah, guys, that's, my thoughts on season 3, my prediction on season 4, that a lot of things are going to be closed and everything. But, yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Have an awesome Christmas, by the way, because that's coming up. And, hope to see you guys next time. Remember, everyone, if you agree with what I have to say, if you like anything about this video just like this, please drop me a like. I'd love that. Just, if you like anything, if you have, share this video. Share this to your friends. Share this to your neighbors. Share this to your family. Share this person next door who likes anime or Wakfu and want to get them into it. Please point them to this channel right here. If you didn't like what I like to say, if you didn't like how I talked, if you didn't like the way I have this whole thing set up, if you didn't like anything, if you're still mad about me not uploading a video in like 3 weeks, please hit the dislike button. All you fam. All you. By the way, comment if you feel there's anything I could improve on or anything you'd want to see. Favorite anime, manga, something. I got you, fam. But at the end of the day, all I gotta say is, be safe, my Tango Pirates. I love you guys so much. Bam!